Welcome, everyone, to the Gym Success Podcast. We're really glad you could join us today.
Absolutely. And this discussion is specifically for you if you're a gym owner, an operator, maybe a manager, salesperson, gym entrepreneur, or a personal trainer.
Yeah, we're talking straight to you. Because today we're diving into something really fundamental for your business growth and your members' success. I'm Bonnie.
And I'm George. Today we're looking at a really insightful white paper by jthomas. It's called The Power of Selling Benefits, Results, and Outcomes in the Membership Sales Process.
Quite a title, but the core idea is powerful.
It really is. And our goal today is simple. Give you actionable insights. Stuff you can use in your sales process like right away.
Exactly. Practical strategies, no fluff.
Yep.
So, okay, let's unpack this common mistake jthomas talks about. It's something that holds back, probably most gyms.
Almost universal, yeah. And it seems simple, but it's tricky. The big error. Defaulting to selling features.
Just listing things.
And you can see why it happens, can't you? Salespeople, they lean on what's tangible. Easy stuff.
Like the equipment brands.
Yeah, or the number of classes, square footage, or maybe the worst offender jumping straight to price.
Because they're facts. Easy to point to.
Exactly. They're concrete, easy to explain, and, they feel safe. But here's the key insight from jthomas. Prospects aren't actually buying those things. They're not buying a key tag or access or a specific treadmill.
Nobody dreams about a key tag.
Right. What they are buying, what they're investing in, is the future version of themselves, the person they believe your gym can help them become.
That's a huge shift in thinking, isn't it? It's not just about words.
It changes the whole conversation. Because if you miss that, if you only talk features without linking them to like a personal outcome, well, you're making the prospect do all the heavy lifting.
They have to connect the dots themselves. And
Yeah.
if they can't,
Then they're left feeling unmotivated, unconvinced, and very focused on the price.
the price focus. Yeah.
It just becomes a cost, another bill, not an investment in changing their life. And that's a massive barrier to closing the sale, right?
Yeah.
Because you haven't given them that compelling why. Why this gym? Why now?
You're selling the tool, but not showing them the amazing thing they can build.
Precisely. And that's where, according to Jim, so many potential sales just fizzle out.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. jthomas doesn't just talk theory. He shares this really powerful story from his own early days.
Yeah. He admits he made this exact mistake himself. He was giving a tour, felt a bit rushed maybe.
We've all been there.
Totally. And he skipped a crucial part. Actually designing a basic workout program and connecting those exercises to what the prospect actually wanted, their goals, their desires.
Oh, I can see where this is going.
Yep. So after his quick feature dump tour, what does the prospect say?
Let me guess. It's too much money.
Bingo. It's too much money. Do you have anything else? That classic line that just sinks your heart. It screams no value perceived.
Ouch. So what happened?
Well, this is the turning point. His manager, who sounds like a smart cookie, stepped in, asked Jim, "Did you explain the workout? The benefits?"
And Jim had to say no.
Right. But the manager didn't chew him out, just calmly said, basically, go back and do it right.
Really? Send him back in.
Yeah. And so Jim went back. But this time, he didn't just point. He explained how the bench press strengthens the chest, shoulders, triceps, and what that means for daily life. Better posture, easier lifting.
Connecting it.
Exactly. He talked about the lat pull, improving back strength and posture, helping with carrying groceries, fewer aches, the arm curl, helping with functional stuff like picking up kids or gardening.
So he wasn't just naming muscles. He was talking about their life.
That's the core of it. He tied every single movement back to their goals, painted a picture of the results they could actually expect, moved from this is a machine to this machine helps you do X, Y, and Z in your life.
And the result.
When he asked again if they were ready to start, an immediate yes.
Wow. Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
And that moment, Jim says, completely changed how he approached sales. It taught him that selling benefits and outcomes, it doesn't just add value. It creates urgency. It makes the yes feel, almost inevitable.
That's a powerful lesson. So thinking about that story, what does this all mean for our listeners, for their gyms, their teams? Why is this approach so consistently effective?
Well, Jim breaks it down into 4 key reasons. And these are really fundamental if you want to shift from being price-focused to value-driven.
Okay, let's hear them.
First off, and this is huge, it shifts the whole conversation away from price and squarely onto value.
How so?
Think about it. If all you talk about is the monthly fee, what are they comparing? Price, right? Is this cheaper than the gym next door?
Always.
But as Jim points out, when you connect your services, the equipment, classes, coaching, everything, to meaningful life changes,
Yeah.
better health, more confidence, playing with kids, suddenly the cost becomes less of an obstacle.
Because it's not just dollars anymore. It's about what those dollars buy them in terms of life quality.
Precisely. They stop thinking, how much is this? And start thinking, how much is feeling good worth? Or what's the value of having energy again? It's a totally different calculation. You move from commodity to investment.
Makes sense. What's the second reason?
It creates emotional buy-in. This is crucial. People buy emotionally, then justify logically. We all do it.
True.
So when you paint that compelling picture of their transformed life, that future self feeling healthier, hitting goals, the decision to join feels less like a choice and more like destiny. It feels inevitable because it resonates emotionally.
You're selling the feeling, the transformation, not just the service.
Exactly. And that leads right into the third reason. It differentiates you like crazy from competitors.
How does that work?
Well, think about it. So many other gyms are just shouting about low rates or, hey, we have weights, or some short-term deal.
Yeah, it's a lot of noise.
But when your conversation is personal, focused entirely on their goals, their desired outcomes, you instantly stand out. You're not just another gym. You're the specific solution to their personal quest. Jim really stresses this. It elevates you, makes you indispensable, not just another option.
So, less price competition, more tailored solution.
You got it. And the fourth reason ties directly to the bottom line. It improves your close rates without having to slash your prices.
That's the dream for many owners, isn't it? Getting away from constant discounting.
Absolutely. Because Jim is adamant discounting just trains people to wait for deals. It devalues what you offer. But when you sell based on benefits, results, outcomes, the perceived value skyrockets.
Because they see what they're really getting.
Right, so you can hold your prices, maybe even raise them, because they're not buying a cheap commodity. They're investing in a future they desperately want. It pulls you out of that race to the bottom. You're in the value creation business now.
Okay, that all sounds incredibly compelling. The why is clear. So, for everyone listening, the big question is, how? How do we actually do this? What are the steps Jim Thomas lays out?
Right, moving from theory to action. That's key. And Jim gives 5 clear steps.
Let's break them down. Step 1.
Step 1, always, always start with their why. And not just surface level stuff. Before you show any equipment, before you talk memberships, dig deep. Uncover their real motivation.
So not just, what are your goals?
Go deeper. Jim suggests questions like, why is now the right time for you to start this? Or imagine we're celebrating 6 months from now. What needs to have happened for you to feel really successful?
Those are powerful questions.
They really are,
Yeah.
because they're answers. That's the gold. That's the foundation for everything else you're going to say. You're listening for their drivers, their emotions, their true aspirations.
Okay, so you've got their why. What's step 2?
Step 2 is connect features to benefits and then benefits to outcomes. This is the bridge.
Feature, benefit, outcome. Got it.
Let's use Jim's bench press example again. Feature. It's a bench press. That's what it is. Benefit. What it does for them strengthens chest, shoulders, triceps. Improves posture, maybe.
And the outcome.
That's the measurable life change. The result they care about. Like, you'll have more strength for daily activities like lifting groceries or your kids, and you'll have a more toned upper body that helps you feel confident. See the link. Feature, benefit, outcome.
Yeah, that makes it really tangible for them. Connects the dots.
Exactly. Which leads to step 3. Paint the picture of their future self.
This is the emotional part again.
Big time. Use vivid language. Help them feel it, see it. Jim gives examples like, imagine walking into that reunion feeling amazing in your favorite outfit. Or picture playing with your grandkids without getting winded.
You're helping them visualize the win.
Yes. Making that future self feel real, desirable, and importantly, achievable with your help. It makes saying yes feel like stepping into that picture.
Okay, so they're feeling it. They see the future. What's step 4?
Step 4. Ask for the sale at peak emotion. Timing is key. Don't let that motivation fade. When they're excited, when they're visualizing the results.
Yeah.
That's the moment.
And how should you ask? Not just, so want to join?
Definitely not. Jim advises against weak, hesitant questions. Be confident. Assume the positive. Reinforce the connection to their goals. Something like, now that you can clearly see how this plan gets you the results you want, are you ready to get started today?
Direct, confident links back to their why. I like it.
It works. And finally, step 5, which might be the most important for lasting change.
What's that?
Make it a habit. This isn't a one-off trick. It needs to be ingrained.
Part of the gym's culture.
Exactly. Every sales conversation, every team member, consistent training, role-playing, coaching, until it's second nature, until it's just how you do sales. Jim really hammers this point. Consistency is everything for seeing those big results. It needs to be in your gym's DNA.
Okay, so if a gym really commits to this, embraces this transformation-focused approach, what results can they realistically expect? What does Jim Thomas say gyms are seeing?
The results he reports are pretty exciting, actually. Really tangible improvements.
Stuff what? More sales.
Yeah, significantly.
Mm.
He talks about gyms seeing a 20 to 30% increase in closing rates. Just think about what that does for membership growth.
20 to 30%. Wow, that's substantial.
It really is. And beyond just closing more deals, they also see higher average revenue per member.
Because they're not discounting as much.
Exactly. People are buying the value, the outcome, so they're less resistant to the standard price. They understand the investment they're making in themselves.
That makes sense. Any other big impacts?
Yes, and this one is crucial for long-term health. Longer member retention.
Ah, keeping members longer. Why does this approach help with that?
Because members feel emotionally invested. They're connected to their goals, their journey, not just a cheap price or a building. They bought into the transformation, so they're more likely to stick around to achieve it.
So higher closing rates, more revenue per member, better retention. Those directly hit the bottom line, don't they?
Absolutely. It's not just about selling more. It's about building a healthier, more profitable, more sustainable business. And honestly, probably more fulfilling one too, because you're focused on delivering real results. You build loyalty that discounts just can't buy.
So wrapping this up, the core message from Jim Thomas seems crystal clear.
Yeah, it really boils down to this. Your gym isn't just a place with equipment. It's a results factory.
A results factory. I like that.
And people aren't buying memberships. They're buying a better version of themselves. They're looking for the solution, the path to their goals.
So our job is to show them we are that path.
Precisely. Show them your gym is the bridge from where they are now to where they desperately want to be, that future, better self.
And when you do that effectively,
You sidestep the price wars. You accelerate growth. You build that loyal community. It changes everything.
okay, so a final thought for everyone listening, something to really chew on.
Yeah, think about this. What's one small change, just one you can make in your very next sales conversation? One thing to shift from selling access to selling transformation.
Just one small step to start building that bridge. It really is a paradigm shift, isn't it?
It truly is. And look, if you're listening and thinking, I want to build this kind of sales process, Jim Thomas is the expert to help you do it. He can provide that guidance.
Right. How can people get in touch with him?
You can call Jim directly at 214-629-7223
That's 214-629-7223.
or shoot him an email, jthomas@fmconsulting.net.
jthomas@fmconsulting.net. Perfect.
He's ready to help gyms make this shift.
Well, thank you so much for tuning into the Gym Success Podcast today. We really hope these insights help you transform your sales approach.
And ultimately help you transform more lives. Thanks for listening.